Hello. This is a podcast about gossip, dirty laundry, chitter chatter, and backfence prittle prattle. In each episode, Joe Wilkinson, David Earl, and Poppy the postwoman invite you lot, the lovely listeners, to send in any juicy gossip you might have heard over the years. At the end of each episode they will choose their favorite bit of gossip and help spread it around the world. So, without further ado, welcome to Gold-Plated Mailbags. No gunky microwave oven. No gas man. No Gossipmongers. Yes, Gossipmongers. Yes, yes, that's it. Gossipmongers. Welcome. Get your gossip goggles on.
Yes, Gossipmongers.
Get your gossip goggles on. Gossip number 1.
Okay, this is from Michelle. Here's a little seaside tale for you. My friend and I were students and now live in a southern town by the sea, and we're at the beach one sunny Saturday about 10 years ago. The beach was packed with families, and there were loads of people swimming as it was a really hot day. A man sat on the beach a few spots along from my friend and I, and he had his German Shepherd dog with him.
Okay.
He was garnering our attention, as every time the dog wandered off for a bit, the man called her back quite loudly and intensely, telling her off. The dog started sniffing the dad of a family sitting nearby. And the man started shouting, "Cassie, get back here now," as before, but the dog was ignoring him. The man was getting quite frantic, sounding like he was screaming a bit and close to tears. The dad of the family motioned for her to return. It was getting a bit weird. When she went back to the man, he was saying, "Don't you love me anymore?" to the dog, calling her baby, and full-on kissing her on the mouth.
Tongue in the Alsatian.
Baby.
Baby. Don't you love me, baby? Should we move down the beach?
Closer.
Yeah. I'm going to go for an ice cream.
My mate and I couldn't stop watching, both horrified and amused. This carried on for some time. We lost a bit of interest until we saw him get up and go into the sea with the dog. He went out a bit deeper than most of the kids. We could obviously still stand up. I was sunbathing and half asleep, and then I heard my mate say, totally aghast, "Oh my God, look." I sat up to look and saw the man was hugging the dog to him closely, then proceeded to start jiggling about.
Oh, God.
He was obviously shagging it.
Obviously.
He eventually let go and she swam back to shore, with him wading behind, sluicing out his jizzy Speedos as he went past all the kids bobbing about on inflatables.
Please tell me this wasn't where I live.
Sounds like
We still tell this story to people and no one ever believes us.
We do.
Seemed the perfect opportunity to share. Thanks, Michelle. Absolutely lovely.
Oh, God.
Into the sea. My doggy and me go into the sea. Bit of jiggy jiggy under the waves. My doggy's my fave. Go under waves. My German Shepherd babe. Woofy woof. Woofy woof. Woofy woof. Woofy woof. Into the sea. My doggy and me go into the sea. Bit of jiggy jiggy under the waves. My doggy is my fave. Go under waves. My German Shepherd babe. Woofy woof. Woofy woof. Woofy woof. Woofy woof. Swimming with my German Shepherd. Then fucking it in the sea. When you look up from your beach towel, you can't help but see me. I'm the German Shepherd fucker man. I'm the best at fucking German Shepherds. In the sea. In the sea, in the sea, in the sea, in the sea, in the sea. Gossip number 2.
It's from Matt. I hark back to a glorious summer's day, sometime in the early 90s when I was about 6 or 7. This piece of juicy goss is about an old friend of mine, let's call him Timmy. He was a lanky lad with a thick crop of ginger hair and would always wear shorts that were a little too short. More on that later. On said summer's day, I, along with Tim and a fellow classmate, were enjoying the usual games you'd expect to play on a school field at lunchtime. Football, wrestling, death square. Another game we played was cops and robbers. It was a simple, innocent game. We divided up into 2 teams and the cops would catch the robbers. When a robber was caught, he joined the cops and tried to apprehend the remaining robbers. Simple and wholesome fun. However, on this gloriously sunny day, this simple game turned into a nightmare for poor old Timmy. Timmy was the last robber standing and now had around 15 lads chasing him across the field.
God.
He ran
Does sound like a good game.
I've never
hate
played
that.
cops and
Play it in a
robbers.
minute.
I'd hate to be that last
Should we
robber.
play in a minute in this tiny room? He ran to the corner of the field and was soon surrounded.
Oh, God.
As the cops drew their guns and pointed them at him, in essence, we pointed our fingers at him, and all started shouting, bang, bang, bang. Something happened in Timmy's mind, turning the innocent game into the worst of nightmares. He raised his hands to surrender, but the shouting continued. You're dead, we shouted. All of a sudden, he let out the most girly scream I have ever heard. It still haunts me to this day. And a river of bright orange shit started to pour out of his shorts and dribble down his legs. I'm not talking just a little sharting here. A literal river of chod pulled onto the grass. Now, the question you might be asking is, why was his shit orange?
Here we go.
I don't have an answer.
Oh.
But for at least 2 years later, I was convinced that the colour of your shit was determined by the colour of your hair. I have brown hair and I have brown shit. He was a massive ginger and produced orange shits. The logic was sound to me at the time. It wasn't until I found an unflushed dump left by my blonde mother.
Blonde mother.
That it dawned on me that Timmy must have loved Satsumas.
God.
He never quite recovered from that and was always affectionately called Timmy Shitty Shorts for the rest of his school life.
Oh,
The end.
that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was that.
That end the podcast, all right, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's fine. Fuck it. Put it in. Well, we need another one.
What color's your shit? What color's your shit? Is it the same color as your hair? Is it the same color as your hair? What color's your shit? What color's your shit? If you've got a jet black shock of hair, does that mean you shit a jet black shock of shit? What color's your shit? What color's your shit? If you've got a big, curly grey perm, Does that mean you shit a big, curly grey shit? What color's your shit? What color's your shit?
Blonde shit. Black shit. Gray shit. White shit. Chocolate brown shit. Baby. Blonde shit.
Black
Black
shit.
shit.
Grey shit.
Gray shit.
White shit.
White shit.
Chocolate brown shit.
Chocolate brown shit.
Baby.
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 What color's your shit? What color's your shit? Gossip number 3.
Right, this is from... Don't know who this is from. Hello, Gossipmongers. Where do I start with this man? A man of so many tales you could write a whole show on his many escapades. This man, as a telephone engineer, has broken up a terrorist training cell.
Wow. Wow.
That's a bit of a slow burner, that one, isn't it? We all sort of paused and went, sorry?
Leading the armed response team into the building because he knew the layout
Yeah.
after installing a phone line for the terrorists.
Absolutely incredible.
A man that was asked to be in a porn film when he went to install a telephone line and they were making a film. They said, don't mind us, just put the phone line there. Oh, by the way, do you want to be part of this film?
Yeah. Makes sense.
A man that once found a monkey
Leave it there. Leave it there.
in a hollow telegraph pole.
In it. In the what?
In the UK wilderness. A man that jumped out of a plane and after his parachute failed, got on the radio to the pilot of the plane he's just jumped out of and asked that they swing back round to pick him up.
While it's falling.
He then just flew / fell back into the plane through the very same door he's just jumped out of.
Oh, God. My head hurt.
A man that during his army days used to swing his dick round in bars to get free drinks. A man that once held off an ISIS attack with a truck tailgate. That's right, a full back end of a truck. In one hand like a shield.
Oh, he's holding it.
While fixing the truck with the other. Deflecting the bullets like a 9-fingered superhero. A man that was once offered a place on the British team for the Commonwealth Games. His 400-metre time actually turned out to be a world record for the 200 metres.
So he's going twice as fast as you You think someone would have picked up on it?
A man that actually beat Stephen Hendry at snooker.
Oh, it's Steve Davis.
Stephen was that impressed that he gave Tony 9 fingers a customer cue.
Wow.
Stephen Hendry has denied this on Twitter, of course. A man that had a friend in MI5 clean up some dodgy picture on Google Map Street View to show that his wife had a random man in her house. A man that is immune to anaesthetic. And the doctor had to punch him to knock him out. The very same doctor broke
doctors
saw
do.
blades during the operation to do the Wolverine skeletal.
The bullshitter. The bullshitter. He opens up his mouth, and some bullshit falls out. The bullshitter. The bullshitter. He opens up his mouth, and some bullshit falls out. Bullshit. 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 Gossip number 4.
Okay, this is from Ted. Hey guys, love your show, it's hilarious. Ashamed to say the below is in fact true. About 10 years ago, in my second year at Durham University, I got a weapons grade tummy bug. I'm talking full side squirts, back splatter, the works. I woke up one day feeling much better, thinking I'd got off lightly, having only been sick for a few days. Lucky me. Feeling chipper, I bounced down to the kitchen in our house for a cup of tea and a light spot of revision, to find my housemate Fordy beavering away at his own work at the kitchen table. A quick note on Fordy. Fordy's frightfully posh and hates farts and all things ghastly. So I'd got into the unpleasant habit of cupping farts in my hand and thrusting the cupcakes in his face.
Oh, yeah.
He bloody hated it. As I approached the table laid out with Fordy's breakfast, boiled eggs and soldiers of course, and his notes on French literature, I stealthily slid my left hand down my pants, cupped it against my bumhole, and queefed out what I thought was going to be a neat little toot.
Do you know what? I was sort of not listening then. I thought you were just talking about something you did.
Just accepting it.
Why are we not doing the podcast?
Cupping my hand against my bumhole.
Talking about your weekend.
Who's 40?
You're gonna read a gossip out at any point.
I'm just talking to you.
I didn't think that was your boyfriend.
Toot.
Toots. Neat little toots. Unfortunately, fate had other ideas. It turns out I hadn't fully recovered from the squits, and instead of farting, I pumped out a web of sticky liquid shit into my hand. It all happened so fast, and I was so used to the motion of throwing my farts at Fordy.
Oh my God. Like Spidey power.
Ooh, that's a wet one.
Like squits as well. That's nice, isn't it? That before I knew what I'd done, Fordy's entire face and the wall behind him were covered in my poo.
I don't believe him.
It was in his mouth, eyes, hair, all over. Proper Spidey vibes. Fordy stormed out the house and refused to live with me for a while.
For a while. He came
Like
back.
10 minutes.
Times were hard for a while, but we worked it out.
Oh.
Me and Fordy are still good mates this day, but he's never looked at me the same way again since the day I shat in his mouth. Ted. There you go.
Oh, Peter
There you go.
Parker.
Here. 40. Cop a load of this. Throwing my fart in my best mate's face. Oh. No. I've shat right in my hand, and lobbed a load of bum gravy. He'll never understand. Was meant to chuck a fart, instead I lost some sloppy. He gets up off the sofa, and walks out in a stroppy. Was meant to chuck a fart, instead I lost hot sloppy. I try to make amends.
Need to say I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm
Was meant to chuck a fart. Instead I lost a Frankie. Was meant to throw a fart. Instead I squeaked tuna. Was meant to lob a fart. Instead I hurled wet scuba ducky. Instead I hurled wet scuba ducky. I'm sorry, Fordy. Fordy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for flinging pureed cookies. Gossip number 5.
This is from Finley. When I was 12,
Into the mic.
I don't want to.
I won't eat it. Pass over, I'll do one.
Pass it over. All right. Don't want to play.
Really weird.
Yeah,
Doesn't
don't want to
be
be in
heard
this
on a
stupid fucking podcast. Just sit in the corner and look at my phone. Into the mic. Right. When I was 12, a rumour started about one of the more popular boys in my geography class. During a field trip to Boggle Hole near Whitby, he sneaked off with the then girlfriend to fool around without the risk of parental intervention. However, when they didn't return for some time, the teachers on the trip noticed and raised the alarm. The rumour has it that the teachers discovered the two young lovers in a stream. The lad was sat on a
Nice.
rock in the stream with his
Oh, yeah.
trousers on the bank,
Wonderful.
but was still wearing his wellies, and his girlfriend was stood up but bent over in an awkward angle, giving him a blowy in a stream. How lovely. The teacher's searchlights must have startled the guy as he came from panic all over his coat. Under the torchlights, his cum had a blue hue.
A bit like the coronavirus.
Got a bit of coronavirus on the jacket, mate. The rumour was spread by her girlfriend, who dumped him as she couldn't get the fur on her coat hood clean.
What rumour was spread? The blue hue.
The blue hue rumour. The blue hue rumour. Ever since, he was always referred to as something Smurf.
I was going to say Smurfy
If
spoke.
he farted, it was smelly Smurf. If he got the best test result, he was clever Smurf.
Works in
Not the
some
worst
ways.
nickname, is it? Afterwards, he was always seen with pineapple goods at lunch. It was presumed that this was an attempt to alter the coloration of his spunk.
I like that. Bring it, neutralise it.
What's the opposite of blue? Looking at a coloured chart.
The Smurfs is a Belgian comic franchise centered on a fictional colony of small, blue, human-like creatures who live in mushroom-shaped houses in the forest. Whereas this Smurf in question is an ordinary boy who ejaculates blue semen. Simple as that. Sticky 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 blue semen.
Smurf boy. Give me a lovely blue pearl necklace, please. Smurf boy. Let me give you a hand pump so you can come your blue spunk onto my forearm, please. Smurf boy. Do me from behind and then shoot your blue semen onto the base of me back, please. Smurf boy. I've sort of run out of things for you to do with your blue spunk. So let's knock it on the head.
Simple as that. Sticky blue semen. Simple as that. Sticky blue semen.
The Smurfs is a Belgian comic franchise centered on a fictional colony of small, blue, human-like creatures who live in mushroom-shaped houses in the forest. Whereas this
Simple as that. Sticky blue semen. Simple as that. Sticky blue semen. Simple as that. Sticky blue semen. Simple as that. Sticky blue semen.
Smurf boy. Give me a lovely blue pearl necklace, please. Smurf boy. Let me give you a hand pump so you can come your blue spunk onto my forearm, please. Smurf boy. Do me from behind and then shoot your blue semen onto the base of me back, please. Smurf boy.
Apologies everyone. I was getting carried away with the blue spunk idea. Let's knock it on the head. We get the gist. Gossip number 6.
This is from Josh. All right, gossip people. I'll be honest, I've never even heard of your show.
Fuck you.
Oh.
But my son's a fan, so he might be interested in the story. Go fuck yourself, mate.
Yeah, you're not going out. Leave it. Next one. Fuck it.
God, this has got to be
Yeah,
good.
yeah. You wanker.
Arsehole.
Yeah.
So, back in the 19th... What a twat.
I know.
That's really...
I know.
No
I can't believe
need
you're
to
reading
write
it.
that.
Yeah.
You prick. So, back in the 19th... So, this is from Josh.
It's just from Josh, who we really like.
So, back in the 1960s, I went to a secondary modern school in Doncaster. There were a few characters that went there, including a lad who had never learned to breathe through his nose. And his brother, who used to try and pull girls by pretending he was the cousin of Ringo Starr. To paint you a picture of how messed up this place was, a mate of mine once turned up to school with his shirt, tie and blazer on backwards and walked round the school backwards for an entire day.
I'm annoyed I'm giggling. I hate you're winning me over, Josh.
Anyway, every male in the school had a ranking order of how tough they were perceived to be. Every time someone would arrange to fight another kid, people would say that, for example, the 4th hardest kid in the 2nd year was going to fight the 11th hardest kid in the 3rd
We used to
year.
do this.
Great system. I heard of
I
that.
can still tell you who the 1st, 2nd and 3rd hardest kids in my year are. Genuinely.
Anytime someone had a fight, then their ranking would change
Yeah.
depending on the outcome.
Absolutely.
Did you go to the same school?
I did go to school in Doncaster. I've had a massive flashback.
Now, I was a tough lad in the day, and so was usually in the top 3 or 4 hardest kids in my year. Yeah, you
Bragging.
are a prick.
But you're winning me over.
Oh, we like you.
Yeah,
Nonetheless. Anyway, one day a new kid started coming to our school from a neighbouring area, and everyone was claiming that he was well hard and could knock out a black belt karate champion with just one punch. I didn't believe him, so I challenged him to a fight. What felt like the whole school came to watch me. Oh, you're so good.
He's such a good storyteller.
Upon walking there to fight the kid, I went through my usual ritual of deliberately standing in dog poo.
God, he's done it before.
Well played.
Well played, Josh.
As
I
that,
don't want you to listen to our podcast. You're better than this.
as that would make me really angry and therefore a better fighter.
I thought he'd use it as a weapon.
Oh, is that's to enrage himself, is
I
it?
thought he'd sort of flick shit at him or something, but to annoy himself.
We met at the woods just near the school, about half a mile from my house. When said lad arrived, he came up to me, and before I could throw a punch, he whispered into my ear, "I once bit through the leg of a bully in my old school in one bite. Now I'm going to do the same to you." That's a long whisper.
Surprised you let
Imagine
it-
just listening to him.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Settling in.
Now he did have big rabbit-like teeth, so I panicked and did what seemed like the only thing I could do, which is run for my life. Never returned back till I got home. Never turned back till I got home. From that day on, I avoided going out at lunch or break, as I was too scared of said kid and what he might do. Instead, I started hanging about with the quieter kids inside. In fairness, he did me a favour, as not long after this, I got friendly with a girl who used to hang out in the library, and she later became my wife. Oh, wonderful!
You started so badly.
I never did tell her why I suddenly developed an interest in books overnight. But turns out the lying big teeth monster has done me the favour of all favours.
Oh my God.
We've since had 2 sons and a daughter,
Good
the
cry.
youngest of which is a fan of your show.
Oh,
You are wonderful, John.
do you know what? He is
What a journey!
he is not a prick. I am going on record.
Oh, cheers for reading this. Hope you enjoyed it.
my
It was
God,
lovely.
He
It was
knew
lovely.
what he was doing there, didn't he? Oh,
was a-
John, I hated you, and now
was
I
a
love
roller-
you.
You're crying, aren't you, Poppy?
I'm
Do you need a moment?
just thinking about how beautiful that was. Yeah.
Sending you lots of love. Joshua and your wife. Lots and lots of love. From Gossipmongers. Love is all you need. Deep down. Not the first to say that. Won't be the last. Love, baby. Lots of love. Joshua and your wife. Love, baby. Gossip number 7. Celebrity. Joshua Widdy. Coombe.
Hello, Gossipmongers. Josh Widdicombe here, at home recovering from coronavirus and using that time to give you some hot gossip from Devon in the 90s. When I was at secondary school, there was a teacher who was rumoured to get his kicks from rubbing his penis on the back of his desk while he taught the class biology. I never saw this, but the rumour was that at one point he'd got caught doing this because one student who saw him doing it went behind when he wasn't looking and covered his desk in Tippex. Then, when he rubbed himself on the desk while teaching, he ended up with a Tippexy penis area on his trousers. Had to then go and deliver assembly with Tippex all over his crotch. I have no idea whether this is true. However, he was still teaching at the school, did a rather moving tribute to Princess Diana playing the acoustic guitar the day after she died, so I have no idea whether his career recovered from the Tippex incident or whether it was complete bullshit. Thank you, bye.
Gossip number 8.
This is from Boyo.
From who?
Boyo.
Boyo.
Wow.
Welsh, maybe.
Hi all, this gossip goes back to my school days in the late 90s. We went to an international school in Belgium. There was a boy in our year who was born on a flight whilst over the Atlantic Ocean.
Was born.
On a flight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's also bollocks.
Due to this, he didn't have a nationality. And as he had no nationality, he was not allowed any official documentation, such as a passport or birth certificate.
What a load of old shit.
He claimed his name was Mark, but obviously he couldn't prove this. no, this.
Why would he claim to be called Mark? It's a big old claim, isn't it?
By the way, this isn't from Boyo. This is from Yeti. Sorry.
Oh.
As year 9 started, Mark was nowhere to be seen. Rumour has it he got appendicitis, but no doctor or hospital would treat him as he didn't exist in their databases.
Fucking hell. Just put him in the database.
Whilst trying to prove his own existence, he died as he was unable to get the medical attention he needed.
Because he couldn't show a fucking passport.
A tragedy. Hopefully he got a proper send-off, I hear you think. His parents campaigned for a proper burial. But again, as they couldn't prove his existence, his body was dumped back into the Atlantic Ocean. Oh, what a bleak life.
I think that's the saddest gossip we've ever had.
Oh, dear.
Born on a plane. This boy was called Mark. No documentation, left all in the dark. No one would believe him, his confidence broken. Died from appendicitis, thrown back in the ocean. It's all about the documentation. It's all about the documentation. Baby. It's all about the documentation. It's all about the documentation.
DOCUMENTATION.
It's all about the documentation. Baby.
Sexy boy.
Baby.
Sexy boy.
Baby.
Sexy boy.
It's all about the documentation. Joe, Poppy and David will now choose their favorite room.
Okay, guys, do you want to hear the top 5?
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
to choose our favourite. Number 1. Don't You Love Me, Doggy?
Oh, yeah, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Number 2, A Man Who?
Oh, yeah.
I can't think.
Well, the telegraph pole and the monkey.
Oh, yeah, of
Monkey, I
course,
should
yeah.
have called it Monkey in a Telegraph Pole, sorry. Number 3, Blue Hue Spunk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Number 4, Mark Doesn't Exist. And number 5, Josh the Prick. I'm going to go
I
for.
know what I'm going to go for.
Okay,
yeah.
sure, on the count of 3, do you want to shout out your...
No, I'm not ready yet.
Oh, I know. Should we do this in real time? You look
Yeah.
at a blank wall. Mine straight away, I knew mine.
Yeah, I think I know mine.
You're cool.
Just me, innit? It's me all over.
Go on then.
Okay, on the count of 3.
Yeah.
1,
2.
2, 3. Josh
Man
the
Who.
Prick.
Oh!
What did you go for?
A Man Who.
Well,
Oh,
I
you see
nearly
it?
did.
Interesting.
I went for Josh the Prick because
Yeah.
of the roller coaster.
Yeah, I like the
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah.
love angle. at the
Okay,
end.
yeah.
God, you never thought he would have won it, would you?
No,
For that
no.
start. Okay, Poppy, do you want to open
Oh,
the
my
window and
God,
have a...
yeah.
Here we go. So Poppy's open the window and she's going to shout it to the world. Spread the gossip.
Josh the Prick. He doesn't... He's the dad of a listener. And he was at school and it had a hardness ranking system. Is that the right?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't get it right or wrong, Poppy. It's not official. It's just a bit of wank we do at the end.
Just worry a little bit. Just worry about what I'm saying.
Keep going.
Let go and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, and then so he's getting into a fight, and he's like, I rank all right on the hardness scale. And then he's about to get into a fight, and this little guy whispers to him, I've come from another school and I bit through a bully's leg, and I'm going to do the same to you, which then made him knocked his confidence.
Damn right it did.
Shrunk back into himself.
I beg your pardon.
You're adding a lot of shit. None of this was in the fucking in the gossip.
Just beefing it out.
Oh, good for you.
And retired to a library and met a girl who later became his wife. Gave birth to our listener.
Oh, lovely end, Poppy.
Yeah, really good. The best one you've ever done.
Is it?
Oh, well, that's a good fun,
was
wasn't it?
lovely.
Oh, what a nice way to end.
Nice, yeah.
Right, should we go and get some lunch?
Yeah, let's do it, yeah.
Oh, thank you for listening,
Yeah,
everybody.
Tara,
Thank you for listening.
See you on the next one.
Yeah, and that's all from us. And what's the phrase?
Gossipmongers.
Goodbye. From
For
all of us.
For all of us at Gossipmongers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. Remember, if you know of any unsubstantiated rumors, send it in to gossipmongers@yahoo.com. Until the next time, keep your little ears open for all that juicy goss. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye. Love you lots and lots. Bye for now.
Casual or unconstrained conversation or reports about other people, typically involving details which are not confirmed as true.